One of the things that you touched on a little bit of China, but didn't talk too much about Russia. What, I've heard speculation that there was some contracts and some deals negotiated at the end of 2014 between Russia and China. What do you see, or how do you see Russia being sort of a bit of that third party with some of the dynamics that Saudi's got to preserve Asian market share? What's Russia's play, not only this year, but as it begins to kind of deal? Obviously, it's going to face some massive fiscal issues at home. What's your thought on Russia?
Well, given the audience here, and I can talk about geopolitics, but my thought is that a desperate Russia is not good for Alberta, right? Because Alberta is targeting oil and gas exports to China, and the Russians are desperate to do deals with China at very favorable pricing for the Chinese, and accepting for the first time actual Chinese investment in their upstream, not just in the midstream, in some of the big fields in East Siberia. And that pricing is hard for Canadian oil and gas to compete with. That said, I think the Chinese still want diversity of supply and will still look to Canada at some point. More largely on the geopolitical side, Putin still has 70% plus popularity. There's no real opposition. He has $300 or $400 billion of reserves, a stabilization fund that they built up during the time of high oil prices. His current policies will continue the next 2 or 3 years in Ukraine, keeping the pressure on, trying to keep the Ukrainian government divided and weak and out of the European Union. And there's no real cost for him to do so, despite all the sanctions, really until the end of his term in 2017 or 2018. What happens then? By then, these sanctions on the oil side really have a bite. And we could see Russian production drop from 10 million barrels a day to 9.5, 9 million. And just like the Saudis, the oil sector is the big driver for Russia. And the loss of both volume and low price and sanctions will ultimately be unsustainable for them. But the point is it's still 2 or 3 years away. Most of the deals are happening now with the Chinese. Europeans are still there on the gas side and have not sanctioned the Russian gas sector. But a further escalation in Ukraine could